with JJK the GOAT. We're streaming on YouTube now. We're streaming on YouTube. I repeat, we are streaming on JJK the GOAT 22 and on Twitch at the same time, nigga. We are grinding. We are trying to be great in 2026, and there's some IRL content coming soon in the future. But today we are just doing reactions. We got a 10th follower, 50% to our goal. So hey man, y'all follow the Twitch, JJK the GOAT 420. We're turned up this year, and we got a TikTok that is hitting like crazy views right now. We might get 100K on that motherfucker. Anyway, YUJI's new plan explained, JJK season 3. Let's see what if you didn't see the new episode yet, go check the new episode out of JJK. This shit fire, bro. Best anime of the year.
Culling Game officially has a brand new rule, and today we're explaining how it changes everything and why Yuji joined the Culling Game before anyone else. To start things off, at the end of episode 6, this Shikigami appeared out of nowhere, and the name of this Shikigami is Kogane. Remember, at the beginning of season 3, Tengen said that every Culling Game player would receive a Kogane for themselves, and its purpose is to just, help with updates about the game and allow players to change the rules. Now, one of these players is Hajime Kashimo, and for the last week, he's been killing players left and right inside one of the 2 Tokyo colonies. In fact, in this scene, his score was 200 points, meaning he single-handedly wiped out 40 other sorcerers.
Nice.
The problem for Kashimo is that he genuinely wanted a challenge, and so far, everyone that he's come up against has been underwhelming. That's why he decided to spend...
Wait till you meet my JJK, wait till you meet my, I forgot what I was gonna say, wow. Wait till you meet my demons, that Black Flash and that goddamn Magaraga.
And 100 points to create the first new rule, since this rule would allow him to find the strongest players in the game. According to this brand new rule, players can now search for information about other players, including their name, their points total, and also the colony that they're inside. With this information, Kashimo's ultimate goal was to find Sukuna, who he specifically name-dropped at the end of episode 6. This is what brings us to Sukuna's vessel, because when Kashimo added the new rule, Kogane made the announcement to Yuji himself. What's strange about this is that so far, Yuji, Megami, and everyone here, they hadn't entered the Culling Game yet. Despite that, Yuji was already being counted as a Culling Game player, and the reason for this is Sukuna. As we know, Kenjaku made deals with tons of ancient sorcerers to join the Culling Game, and in exchange, he offered to bring them back to life inside new bodies. Just like Kashimo, Sukuna is one of the ancient sorcerers who made this deal to join the game, and if Sukuna is a player, that means his vessel is the actual player. The only difference between Sukuna and Kashimo is that Kashimo has 100% control over his vessel, whereas for Sukuna, his vessel is just so strong that he's like trapped inside it. Now,
how you come on, bro? That's like, nigga is that strong that you trapped, like Sukuna came and get outside of this nigga, bro. Like, what?
For Megami, this was pretty confusing, because during season 2, Kenjaku said that he chose the vessels for the ancient sorcerers. If this is true, it means that Kenjaku chose Yuji to be Sukuna's vessel, but to Megami this didn't make sense, since it looked like Yuji ate Sukuna's fingers out of his own free will. That being said, based on Kenjaku's words, he's the one who decided that Yuji would be Sukuna's vessel, and at this moment, we don't know how he did it. Anyhow, thanks to Kashimo's new rule, it meant that the plan for Yuji and the rest of Jujutsu High, it changed in a big way. Because of the new interface, they could now search for which players had 100 points or more, and as we know, 100 points is what you need to spend to add a new rule. Right now, one of Jujutsu High's main goals is to add a rule that can save Megami's sister, because if they don't do something, then the existing rules will kill her in roughly a week's time. However, now that they can search for players who have 100 points, the quickest way to save Sumiki is to find one of those players and basically force them to add a new rule. Doing that is way easier than killing 20 sorcerers each, which is what they were going to do before Kashimo made the change. Now, at this moment, there are only 2 players with 100 points, and those players are Kashimo, who's in the 2nd Tokyo colony, and Higuruma, who's in the 1st Tokyo colony. Jujutsu High's mission is to hunt down both of these sorcerers, and get one of them to add a rule that will allow players to transfer points. If players could transfer points, then it would genuinely save Sumiki's life, because when we look at the current rules, it says that players will die if their score stays the same for 19 days.
Hey nigga, hey, Sumiki better turn up.
Put it another way, every 19 days, a player has to kill at least one other person, and this is something that Sumiki would never do. However, if exchanging points was allowed, then Sumiki wouldn't have to kill anyone, since they could just change her score by sending her points when she needs them. Therefore, adding this rule is their main priority, and their second priority is to find Angel. Previously, Tengen mentioned how Angel is a sorcerer from 1,000 years ago whose technique allows her to cancel other techniques. With this power, she has the potential to open the back of the prison realm, and if she did that, then Gojo would be free. The one problem is that Angel's name isn't on the list, because in the Culling game, ancient sorcerers are forced to use the names of their vessels. That's why, if you tried to look for Sukuna, you wouldn't find him, because technically speaking, the name of the player is Yuji Itadori. In Angel's case, the name for her vessel is Hana Kurusu, but seemingly Tengen and everyone else doesn't know that. All they know is that she looks like an angel, and she's in the second Tokyo colony. This eastern colony is the same one as Kashimo, and so for that reason, Hikari volunteered to go there. As the strongest and eldest sorcerer here, he felt like it was his job to hunt down Kashimo, while Panda could use his good nose to look for Angel. Meanwhile, Yuji and Megumi would handle the other colony in Tokyo, and would search for Higuruma for the reason we already mentioned. Even though these pairings make sense, Yuji was concerned about being alone with Fushiguro, since Sukuna straight up said that he was planning to do something to Megumi. But, at this stage, Megumi was just tired of hearing about it. Oh yeah, one last thing to mention about Hikari is that he isn't helping them just because they're friends now. His actual plan is for everyone here to help him when the Culling game is done. Remember, Hikari's goal is to change the Jujutsu regulations to legalize his fight club and hopefully expand it in the future. To do this, he needs help from other sorcerers, and considering Megumi is the head of the Zenin clan, changing the regulations should be easy. This information was a huge surprise to Hikari, as in it genuinely had him tweaking, but his one concern was that the Zenin might try to take over the fight club for themselves. This is why he wanted to
Well, nigga, the Zenin don't exist anymore, so.
be on Megumi's good side and be his friend. But this conversation did happen before Maki wiped out the clan. Now, before we move on, I should mention that at the very start of the episode, we got a nice cameo from Sasaki, who was Yuji's friend from the first episode. Back then, Sasaki and Yuji were part of the Occult Research Club alongside this other guy, and it was their activities that led to Sukuna's reincarnation. In this scene, Kenjaku approaches her in this mystical place, which he describes as being a space between dreams and reality. Inside this space, he offers her one chance to leave the Culling game, and he made this offer to thousands of other people as well. Remember, all of these Culling game barriers just appeared out of nowhere, and so naturally there are a lot of innocent people who found themselves waking up inside a colony. Luckily, each of the civilians get one chance to escape, which is something that Tengen predicted would happen.
W Tengen.
Understandably, Sasaki made the sensible choice to leave, and as she exits the barrier, Kenjaku thanked her for getting along with his son. This is the first time that Kenjaku in Geto's body has acknowledged that Yuji is his child, since back in Shibuya, he only referred to him as being Sukuna's vessel. As a side note, this moment with Sasaki happened on November the 1st, so only a few hours after the Culling game had begun, and already you had giant Shikigami and pterodactyls just tearing the place up. Anyhow, when it comes to the rest of the episode, on November the 11th, Hikari and Panda entered Tokyo Colony 2, while Megumi and Yuji entered Tokyo Colony 1. Just before they went in, Fushiguro warned Yuji about the ancient sorcerers, since sorcerers from the past don't value life in the same way, and unlike the awakened sorcerers, they all willingly signed up for the Culling game. This means they're likely to be ruthless killers like Kashimo, so there isn't going to be much room for talking and negotiations. At this stage, Megumi's theory is that Higuruma and Kashimo are both ancient sorcerers, so to get either of them to make a new rule, you can't ask nicely, you're basically going to have to force them to do it. Now, once these two stepped inside the barrier, they instantly got separated due to one of the unknown rules of the Culling game. The way it works is that when players enter a barrier, they get teleported into the sky, and they start falling from one of these 9 locations. The purpose of this is pretty much just to awaken the abilities of an awakened sorcerer, and essentially is putting them in a life or death situation that forces them to use their powers.
Oh, see, I was wondering, because like he's gonna give like whoever doesn't know they have cursed energy, he's gonna give somebody cursed energy, and then voila, you know what I'm saying? Yo, oh shit, I stream. Well, hey, what's up, Blue? My boy Blue in the chat, man. I mean, not really. I mean, I streamed yesterday, and I finally set up the YouTube streaming. So yeah, everybody watching, go check out the YouTube streaming. But yeah, I mean, Yeah, you feel me? We just over here. You see new episode of JJK, my nigga? Shit was tough.
This experience is naturally super confusing, and
Oh yeah,
inside the
like I was
colony,
saying though, I was always wondering how they activated their curse like energy, and I was like, okay, it's life or
there were a
death.
team of sorcerers ready. Essentially, is putting them in a life or death situation that forces them to use their powers.
Damn.
This experience is naturally super confusing, and inside the colony, there were a team of sorcerers ready to kill new players.
Damn.
One of these people is an awakened sorcerer called Rin Amai, although he was forced into the role by two other awakened sorcerers. These two are a couple called Harbor and Hanyu, and their techniques are directly
Bro,
related
how did he pull her? This nigga's chop, bro, look like her dad or something. That's a couple though, y'all. If you watch the episode, shit crazy.
to aircrafts. For Hanyu, her technique transforms her hair into a mini airplane, and she uses this to slam into new
Watch out, nigga. This is a spoiler. If you didn't watch the episode yet, this is a spoiler, Blue.
players. Meanwhile, Harbor has a pretty strong propeller on his head, but ultimately both of them were defeated by Yuji's superhuman strength. Following this kick, Harbor was knocked out, so he wasn't able to give any information about Higuruma, but luckily for Yuji, Amai was willing to. The reason for this is that number one, Yuji just saved him from being Harbor's slave, and number two, he actually knows Yuji from
Fair enough. Nigga already saw all the manga. He doesn't care.
their hometown, even though Yuji doesn't remember him. As payback for being saved, Rin reveals that Higuruma is in an area that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, but what was suspicious about this is that Megumi was told something completely different. For context, after getting separated from Yuji, Fushiguro was attacked by this random awakened sorcerer called Remy. In the end, Remy agrees to take Fushiguro to Higuruma, and in exchange, he has to protect her. So yeah, her whole thing is that she's incredibly weak and that she needs someone to kind of watch over her. And at the end of the episode, she claims that Higuruma is in Shinjuku. For that reason, either Yuji or Megumi are being lied to in this moment, but as things stand, it's not revealed who's telling the truth.
What?
With that said, my friends, we've explained the new rule change to the culling game, we've explained the new plan for Jujutsu High, and we've explained a couple other things as well. As a reminder, there's apparently
niggas lying, bro. Stop lying, bro.
no new episode next week. This is what I was seeing online, so I'll try to release something else instead.
Bro, why are niggas lying, bro? Like, shit get on my nerves. What niggas saying? Oh, watch the new, after this new trailer of Michael Jackson. Oh, shit. All right, bet. I didn't even know. Shout out to MJ.
Maybe like a list video or maybe a spoiler
All right,
video.
bet. Bye, YouTube. See. Okay.